Preloaders, V.I.Preloaders, welcome back to the channel. Always nice to have you guys here with me. For those of you that have never been to this channel before, my name is Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. I did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years were spent in the elite NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit. The name of my channel is called Robert Simmons Paying It Forward, and I created this channel to share my knowledge, experience, and training that I received from the NYPD Highway Patrol Motorcycle Unit with you guys, with a special focus on slow speed motorcycle operation, because that's the skill that most motorcycle riders lack. I also want to help you be the boss of your motorcycle. And being the boss of your motorcycle just means that you have the confidence to do what needs to be done to ride these motorcycles at low speeds without putting your feet out, all right? The boss knows what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And that's how I want you guys to be when you're riding your motorcycles. I also want you to have fun 100% of the time while you're riding, because riding these motorcycles fast is fun, but I want you to have just as much fun riding slow. And I know a lot of you guys get that feeling of uncertainty and fear even as soon as you slow down, and it shouldn't be like that. And it can be taken care of very easily, and that comes along with practice. Speaking of practice, I hold practice sessions, usually on a weekly basis, here in Pooler, Georgia. Okay, and those practice sessions are free to my V.I.Preloaders. So if you guys are interested in coming out and practicing with us, go to the description section of any of my videos, okay, and go to the part that says practice sessions, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. If you're interested in becoming a V.I.Preloader, which you need to be in order to come practice with us for free, all you have to do is click the join button, which is right next to the subscribe button. And even if you're not ready to join yet, but you just want more information on what a V.I.Preloader is, click that same button and it'll show you a short video explaining to you the perks that you get along with being able to come out and practice with your fellow V.I.Preloaders. Okay, so check that out, guys. I also am aware that not everyone wants to practice in a group setting. Some people want one-on-one training. Everybody doesn't want to be on YouTube. So for that, I offer one-on-one training or group training. And none of that stuff is on YouTube. That's one-on-one training. All right, if you're interested in that, check out my website. And you can click on where it says private lessons and follow the instructions there. And if that route works best for you, it's now available to you, okay? All right, so this video, guys, is gonna be like a 3-part video. Now, that doesn't mean it's gonna be a series. This is all one video. But the first part of this video is gonna be about what's going on behind me and how it's simplified my life. And on top of it, how it ties in to our training. All right, and what exercise it covers. All right, so I want you guys to watch that. I always like giving you guys some real life applications for what we do out there when we're practicing. Second part of this video is going to cover the app Waze. I want to talk to you guys about that. And lastly, there are 2 YouTubers, content creators, that I subscribe to, and they came out to visit me. not exclusively to visit me, but in their travels, they made it a point to stop here in Pooler, Georgia and meet me. And that I want to thank them again for that. So I want to make you guys a part of that too and share that with you as well. Okay, but first let's talk about part one of the video, which is behind me. Watch this. Hey guys, it's Robert. Welcome to Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. I just wanted to share this with you guys quickly. So, and I should have thought about this a long time ago. So I used to park my motorcycles on this side of the garage. 2 in the back row, 2 in the front row. And when it's time for me to take a motorcycle out, if I was lucky, and the motorcycle was in the first row, I'd have to move 2 cars, and then I could pull a motorcycle out. If it was in the back row, I'd still have to move the 2 cars, but now I have to move motorcycles. That's a pain in the butt. So then this just happened in my mind a couple of days ago. I said, you know what? All I kept looking at is parking on this side of the garage because I parked my wife's car on this side. And I said, you know what? If I move my wife's car to this side, I can park the motorcycles here and combat park them. And that way, when it's time for me to leave now, I don't have to worry about moving motorcycles around. I don't mind moving. Now, with doing this means now I have to move 3 cars instead of 2. But I don't care. It's easier to move a car than it is to be moving these motorcycles around. So now I can just pull a motorcycle right out. And when I park and I'm coming back in, all I have to do is pull a motorcycle in the garage and just back it right into the spot. So it's way easier. The only one's going to be a little bit more moving the motorcycle around is going to be this motorcycle because it's closer. It's not a whole bunch of room over here, but I can still do it, I'm sure. But what I want to talk to you guys about is, I'm telling you, man, what we do out there when we're practicing is always relevant, so relevant. So the fact that this is coming into my mind, what exercise is this? You guys give me an answer? I know my preloaders and V.I.Preloaders know what exercise this is. It's exercise number 4, right? Right turns and left turns from a stop. So we also know there'll be no duck walking here, right? All right. Now, if, again, I always say this is not a competition. So if you don't feel comfortable riding this motorcycle out of here without putting your feet down, then put your feet down. This is not a competition. We have nothing to prove. I'm going to do it because I'm always trying to challenge myself. And if I feel, this is not going to be one of those situations where I might open up my clutch hand. I might just stop and put my feet down. But I don't think that's happening. All right, guys, so I hope that helped you out. Exercise number 4, very important. Make sure you're continually practicing that if you're having a problem with it, because it's important. It's important that you should feel confident enough to be able to make right turns and left turns from a stop. And again, this is not something where you have to worry about making it right away. I actually I have enough room where I'm going straight first. I can bring the motorcycle out a little bit and then make the left turn. So the location in which we're doing exercise number 4 is different, but nothing else changes. Everything is the same. We're still following the same 8 steps. Step number 1, which is always step number 1, you guys know what it is. Make sure your motorcycle's in first gear. That's always step number 1. Step number 2, cover the rear brake. Very important to cover the rear brake because we want to make sure we have control right from the start. As soon as we start moving this motorcycle, we want to do it under control. That's what the rear brake gives us. Step number 3, preload and keep it loaded. All right, preload and keep it loaded. Step number 4, clutch right before the sweet spot. Now this is more important than step number 3, but if you do it all the time, it just becomes natural. It becomes a part of the way you ride your motorcycle. You won't even have to think twice about it. All right. Step number 5, head and eyes. Look in the direction that you're going to go. Okay, because now we know we're getting ready to move. But before we move anytime, especially making a turn, we want to look where we're going, where we want to go to make sure it's okay. All right. Step number 6, slowly release the clutch. into the friction zone. And while you're doing that, you're covering that rear brake. And if you feel like you gave yourself a little bit too much power at first, use the rear brake to control that. Remember, you're using the rear brake against the power to the rear wheel. You're using those things against each other. It's going to help stabilize the motorcycle, pick it up, okay? Step number 7, as soon as that motorcycle starts to move, pick up your feet. Your left foot, or if you have 2 feet down, pick them both up, all right? Trust and believe it's going to be okay. You got that power going to the rear wheel. You're covering the rear brake. You don't need to have your feet down anymore. As soon as you feel it starting to move, pick up your feet. This is not exercise number 3. Don't pick up your feet before the motorcycle is moving. I mean, you could do that, but I want to let you know you don't have to. I'm all about working smarter, not harder. And I'm never trying to make something that's already complicated and intimidating more complicated and intimidating for you. And lastly, step number 8, turn the handlebars. Booyah! And go where the hell you're going. Left, or if you're going right, go right. I'm not going right because I'd be riding into my house, and I don't think the wife would like that. All right, guys, hope this helped you out. I'm going to take a quick ride to Harley-Davidson, take care of some administrative stuff. My plates are finally in. That's another story in and of itself, guys, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that. All right, guys, so when I get home, exercise number 2, between my cars. Exercise number 2, up the driveway, into the garage. Booyah! And now, just back into the spot. Oh man, I should have thought about this a long time ago. You know I'm all about working smarter, not harder. This is definitely smarter. Ah, beautiful, guys, beautiful. All right, guys, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is the app Waze. So most of us know what Waze is. If you don't know what Waze is by now, and that's W-A-Z-E, the first question I have is, what rock have you been living under? Right? It's an excellent app. And I say it's an excellent app because this goes way further than just a navigation app. Because you have other stuff out there that can help you to tell you where to go through navigation. On my Harley Davidsons, at least 3 of them, it has navigation on it. You know how many times I've used that? 0. My cars all have navigation. I don't use it. I use Waze. And here's why. And I think this is even more important to us as motorcycle riders. So how many times have you guys seen this on the highway before? And if you don't know what this is, these are tires that get disintegrated off of tractor trailers and end up on the roadway. You see them all the time, right? Okay, now, yesterday, so I'm going to talk to you about how I think, or why I think, Waze is even more beneficial to you on a motorcycle. And I'm not just talking about the conveniences of it telling you that there's traffic ahead or that there's a cop ahead. I'm talking about it can save your life. So yesterday I'm on 95 and I always have Waze on. That's the first thing I do. And as I'm on the highway, it tells me, because if you guys that use Waze, you know, and if you don't know, Waze is going to talk to you through the speakers of your motorcycle or in your helmet if you have the Bluetooth set up that way. But anyway, it told me object in the road ahead, and it said it was a mile ahead, right? So when I'm riding, like I always tell you guys, we don't have the luxury to be riding with our thumbs up our asses. We have to pay attention to what's going on. All of our antennas have to be up. So I don't ride right on the car in front of me or the vehicle in front of me. I just don't, especially if there's a truck in front of me. As a matter of fact, if there is a truck in front of me, my goal is to just get around it. Because we all know that, you know, the bigger the vehicle is, the easier it's going to be for it to fling stuff at you, right? Now imagine one of those pieces of tire being flung at you. Now I always say that when we're out there in the real world and we're riding, stuff happens fast. So if you're on the thruway or any road and you're driving or riding at speed, right? The fact that you're already riding at speed is going to make stuff happen even faster. And imagine a vehicle flinging something in your direction. That's going to happen even faster because it's coming at you, right? So Imagine that's one of those tires. So as soon as I got that notification, again, my antennas are already up. Now they go up even more. Now, if I'm 3 car lengths behind the vehicle in front of me, I slow down to 5 car lengths. And now I'm looking because somebody reported it. I know it's there. Also, I make sure I'm either in the right lane or the left lane. Now, this is going to depend on what highway you're on. 95 around me, in most places, there's a shoulder on both sides. And I like to be in those lanes because I know that if something happens and I have to swerve wider than the width of the lane that I'm in, I know I can go onto the shoulder and have that extra space. If I'm in the middle lane and I need to swerve outside the lane and there's a car here or a car there, I don't have that space now. So my point is, once I saw that notification come up and then it counts you down 1 mile, 0.8, 0.5, 0.2, bam, there it was in the center lane. I was in the left lane, but again, it doesn't have to be in your lane to affect you. You know, I don't know if you guys heard this. I said this in one of the practice sessions. I can't remember which one it was. But when I was a cop in the Bronx, on the Cross Bronx Expressway, and to this day, I still don't know how this happened, a tractor trailer ran over a manhole cover. Now, most of you may not know how heavy a manhole cover is because you've never actually had to pick one up or move it, but I have. And I mean, those things are extremely heavy. This tractor trailer, I still don't know how it happened, but it ran over a manhole cover and lifted that manhole cover high enough where it almost decapitated another truck driver. So let's factor in, we know how much, well, just know it's very heavy. A manhole cover is very heavy. And we know the height of a tractor trailer is not as low as a car, not even close. It's higher than a SUV. It took all of that weight up and through the windshield of another tractor trailer. Now that's something really heavy. So imagine light stuff. So if, and you know, a lot of the times the things that happen out there, it's right place, right time, wrong place, wrong time. And the only thing we can do to try to alleviate it being our wrong place, wrong time is to pay attention to what's going on, always be anticipating if this happens, this is what I'm going to do, and have more than one plan A or B, have more than one plan of what you're going to do. And this app helps us with that. It's almost giving us a cheat code, right? It's like giving us the future. Something's ahead that you can't even see, but it's letting you know, be careful, something's up there. So I'm not being endorsed or anything by Waze, but this is something I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't share with you guys. If you don't use Waze on your motorcycle, use it. Forget about the GPS that's on these motorcycles. Use that as a backup just in case you're someplace where your phone doesn't have a signal, but the one on the motorcycle will still work. Then absolutely. But you're getting so much more with this app besides just giving you directions. And if we're going to talk about directions, sometimes I'll put in the address to where I'm going. Actually, I'll do this most of the time, even if I know how to get there, because me knowing how to get there is irrelevant. But the fact that this app will, just by me putting in the address, is going to eliminate me going any direction that's traffic. So that's where the convenience part comes in. Yes, it makes it more convenient for us too. Of course, I'm focusing on the safety aspect. I mean, if you really think about it, guys, this app can save your life, right? And that's huge. It can save your life or injury, serious injury, unnecessary damage to your motorcycle. All right. Of course, the priority is unnecessary damage to you. So, and on top of that, it'll tell you about stuff, roadkill on the road, potholes. As soon as I see that too, same thing, I slow down because I'm always looking ahead. But if a car or something's in front of you, it's blocking your vision. So it's making your vision shorter. So yes, traffic, yes, cops, police ahead, whatever. It tells you a bunch of stuff, bad weather, fogs. And here's the best part about this app. So some people might say, oh, well, you know, I use Google Maps, and Google Maps does traffic too. And that's true. If I'm not incorrect, Google owns Waze. But the difference is Waze is peer-based. And if you guys don't know what peer-based means, it means that when you're driving down the road and you see something, you as a driver or a rider report it. Now, I don't report stuff on the motorcycle because, you know, I need to pay attention to what's going on. But when I'm driving, yeah, if I see something, I report it. And a bunch of people are doing the same thing. So everything that shows up on Waze is in real time. You don't have to worry about it, being populated and downloaded. It's in real time. So I've been a victim of doubting Waze before. And by that, I mean, I say, it's fine. I don't have to listen to it. And then I'm sitting in a boatload of traffic. But anyway, my main point about this, guys, is yes, it's convenient for you. It is going to make your life easier out there on the road, but it could save your life. So if you're not using Waze, the first thing you should do when you get on that motorcycle, or one of the first things, is make sure that the Waze is up on the screen and it's talking to you. And then that way you can ride with a little bit more, I'll call it security, a knowledge of what the hell's going on that road. All right, this last part of the video, guys. Rich and Cake from Boots and Jeans. If you haven't heard of them, they have a YouTube channel. Check out their channel. And they both ride Gold Wings. They do slow speed stuff as well, but they travel a lot on these motorcycles. I mean, a lot. And like I said, in this trip that they're on, they're riding the four corners of the United States. So they're riders. They like to ride their motorcycles. And I just want to share with you guys just a little interaction that we had, because it meant a lot to me. It was fun. It was nice meeting them. All right, check it out. What's up, preloaders? Oh man, it's so humid out here. It's sticky. My grass is high as hell because it's been raining so much. I haven't cut it. But listen, guys, my wife and I, we're going to pick up Rich and Cake. You know who Rich and Cake is? Boots and Jeans. All right, they have a YouTube channel. Check their channel out. They both ride Gold Wings, and they ride all over the place. So I believe they're doing the four corners of the United States. They just came from Florida, stopped in Pooler, Georgia. So I told them if they ever come through Pooler, Georgia, I know they don't want to do any cone work. They've been riding a long time, so. But I told them I'd feed them, bring them by the house, hang out a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go pick them up, pick up some food, come back here, hang out, and that's it, right? Fellowship, some camaraderie, maybe talk some YouTube stuff. And tomorrow, I'm sure they're going to be headed wherever they're going. Those people, I mean, they ride, man, they ride. All right, let's go get them. All right, guys, so I'm at their hotel. Let's check out the bikes. The bikes have been all over the place. Blue one is Cake's bike. Corbin's seat, that looks comfortable. And Cake can ride this bike, too. I'm going to ask her if she added these lights or if it came with it. No, she added those. I know she did. And these. So yes, she can ride this bike. I've seen her make 18-foot U-turns on it with ease. And then we got Rich's bike. Oh man, they put the miles on. Look at this, you got a trailer with a spare. I mean, they're just ready. And I got a lot of questions for them. I want to know how they put a bunch of stuff that they have in this trailer. That's right, they're from California. So they're not messing around. Anita's over there sitting in the car. Look at her waving. Let's go talk to her. Hi, baby.
Hi.
Say hi to the preloaders.
Hi, PRELOADERS.
Oh, she's so pretty and sweet. Guys, is there any wonder? All right, we'll wait for them to come down so we can feed them. And then they can relax, truly relax, with their bellies full of food. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. What's going on? That's Rich and Cake, Boots and Jeans.
What's going on, my brother?
How you doing, man?
Proud to meet you, man.
Good to see you.
Meet the man. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you? This is Anita.
Yes,
Yeah, she saw you. I was down in London.
Uh-huh.
She saw you out the window. I think that's
Yeah, I
the way
was
they came.
trying to, with the window.
Oh, okay.
To make an alarm sound because you bought the bike.
Yeah, I got to record the bikes.
So you already met JetBlue and Big Easy, right?
Now, I'd rather you introduce me. Cake, you first, please.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it right
please
there?
tell us about
What you
this bike.
want
What's
of
the
me?
name of it? How old is it? I already know what you can do on it because I've seen it. But
All right. Okay, I'm Cake with Boots and Jeans Riders.
Mm-hmm.
That's Rich over there. This is Jet Blue. It's a 2015 Honda Goldwing 1800. I bought it with 200 miles on it. I'm at 88,000 miles on it now.
Wow. Wow. And you know what? There
So-
lies the difference between, how many times have you had to service this thing? Like, you have any problems?
I don't have any problems with the Goldwing.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the difference between a Honda and a Harley Davidson.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not just
I
saying
do-
that.
Go ahead. I do the oil changes on it. I do all the work on it myself.
Most of the work on my
Really?
Yeah, I change my oil, my coolant, take the tire off if I need to, but of course
Wow.
he helping. The
Yeah.
back tire comes off like a car.
Really?
All I do is lay it on the side,
Uh-huh.
pop them 5 lug nuts off it,
Uh-huh.
drop it out, take it in if I need a change,
Wow.
and put it back on there.
That's awesome.
Yes.
88,000 miles. It's going to be a lot more by the time you get home.
By the time I get home, yes. On this trip here, our goal is to do the 4 corners of the United States. We just did the second one, which was Florida Keys.
What was the first
Key
one?
West. The first one was Blaine, Washington.
Okay.
So we've been on this trip since June 20th.
Wow. My hips are hurting
Yes.
just thinking about it.
So our goal is the 4 corners of the United States.
Okay.
But our journey is to hit all lower 48 on one trip.
Oh.
We've done it already, but this trip we're gonna get all of them.
Wow. Wow,
That's what
wow.
it is. Yes, and this is Jet Blue. That's his.
Jet
that's
Blue.
his
Oh.
name.
So the question I have is, honey, come over here.
Uh huh.
Did you add these?
I add those on there.
And this?
And that.
I knew it.
That
Okay, I
was
said it
that.
earlier. And this.
So this, yes.
Okay.
that. And then I
So-
put some.
so Rich
some
is
flickering
deficient.
lights on there.
He's deficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The exact same bikes. Mine just don't have the trunk on it.
Gotcha.
They're both 1500s. I bought it in what?
They're both
2000
1800s?
The 1800s.
2015,
2015. Yeah. I bought it in 2017.
Nice, nice.
And I bought it from a Harley dealer.
And
I
this
bought
looks
it
very
from a Harley
comfortable. That
dealer.
looks very comfortable.
My seat, the carbon seat, I had to get it a custom seat on there because the original seat came back here.
Gotcha.
So it had me too far.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
slide back
Mhm.
and sitting forward. So
This
I
is
took
perfect
it
for
to
you.
them.
She got it
And
so
they
I won't
put-
be able to ride because my knees hit this.
Yeah. So his knees hit the fairing.
Has Rich ever been on the back? He ever been 2 up with Rich on the
Rich
back?
been on the back.
Say that on camera.
It's too late.
No,
Some
no.
of the stuff I said.
Yeah.
In the parking lot only.
We would,
Okay.
yeah, only in the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
We was practicing, and when I started doing cone weaving,
Yeah.
weaving with him, he said, "All right, stop." And I started going, and I did circles. And he said, "You must really want me to jump off this." Beep beep.
Let's
I didn't know I
stop.
still had the camera.
Let's stop talking about cones because I swear I thought that's something
Yeah.
we were gonna have to be able to do. But anyway,
Yes.
all right. So anything else you want to tell us about her?
No, that's about it.
Okay. Is it a her or a he?
It's a he.
That's what I thought. Okay. And
It's a
wow,
he.
look at that.
Yeah.
I know these things been. Well, do they catch a lot of wind? Probably no, because they're.
Yeah, they catch wind. They wrap around my arm. They wrap around them.
Woo, woo.
ears.
I don't know what you pay for,
But
but you
not a
damn sure
lot.
got your money's worth. I tell you that much.
I got my money's worth because I stole this bike from Harley.
Yeah,
when
I
I
bet you
went to
did.
get it, I started off on a 750 Honda Shadow
Oh, I know.
Arrow, 750.
I
And
watched
when
the channel.
I rode to the, oh, okay. When I rode to the Harley deal, he said, "You come to trade that in?" I said, "Nah, come take that gold wing off your hand. I know you don't want it on your showroom floor."
Yeah.
He said, "No, it was in the back in a big garage or storage."
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, "Oh, you didn't want the gold wing showing out them Harleys. That's all. That's okay."
I'm glad you did say it, even though
Yeah.
I knew all of my preloaders, they probably don't know. So
Yeah.
I want them to know. And I encourage you guys, if you're not familiar with Boots and Jeans, you have to watch that channel. And I want you to watch Cake ride this motorcycle.
Oh,
Rich
yeah.
too. Well, we've seen dudes ride these. I want you to watch her ride this motorcycle. All right?
Oh, yes.
Rich, tell us about your bike. Pass him that mic,
You know, I
please.
gotta have the
Here, you
microphone.
need the mic.
My microphone feed.
Lord.
Eric
You can just
Lee
put it right on your
King out
pocket.
of New York.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the name?
This name, Big Easy.
Big Easy. Okay,
Why is I named it Big Easy? We originally from New Orleans.
I know.
Big Easy.
Uh-huh.
So the day we got the bike, We named it Big Easy.
Okay.
The guy was rolling out the showroom floor, and he was laughing. You got to name the bike already? You haven't made your first paper? Yeah, we're from New Orleans. It's got to be called Big Easy.
Was it from a Honda dealership?
Yes.
Okay.
She was actually giving her 750 service,
Yeah.
and she said, I had a 1500 at the time. And she said,
Gotcha.
hey, you might want to come check this bike. I said, well, no, I don't want a new bike yet. My next bike was going to be a Victory because you could remove the trunk.
Yeah.
I didn't want no more trunk.
Good thing you didn't get that.
Yeah, exactly. It was out of business too.
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
Indian. And then I was looking at a Victory cross country and the Victory, the big one. What was it? Vision.
Yeah.
Because I said, well, I already got a big bike. I want a big bike.
Yeah.
And then I wind up going check this bike, and I walk in the dealer, and I was like, what I got to do to get this bike?
Yeah.
And we had no negotiated some stuff, and wind up purchasing it. It had 11 miles on it, and I got it in. It's a 2015 40th anniversary. I got it in 2016.
Yeah.
16 with 11 miles on it.
Okay.
It currently have 130 or 22,000 miles on it right now.
Wow. Any
So-
issues?
Major?
Major issues.
No.
Listen, you guys
Not at
know, I might ride a Harley Davidson, and you guys remember I told you I said I would never buy a Harley Davidson. The Honda Goldwing used to always be a motorcycle that I said I wanted. My issue was the leg room. That was the only thing I had an issue with.
That's one of the major problems I have because it's so wide. Obviously, the new Hondas came out and they're a little
Oh,
smaller.
yeah? Okay.
So just like you were talking about hip problem.
Yeah.
After a long time, I put my feet up here.
Yeah.
I got to put it down. I do one at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of that, no mechanical issues with it.
Tell us what you've done with this bike, besides ride it all over the world, country, I should say. What have you added to it?
If Tony Reno wouldn't have came home, we'd have been over the world because we're going to ship it to Italy and ride with him. But
Wow.
we didn't.
Wow. Well, they just opened up the borders of Canada, but go ahead.
Yes, we can't wait to get back up there. Only thing I added, I made a video a long time ago when we actually first started YouTube about the best touring motorcycle on the planet.
How long have you been doing YouTube?
2019,
Okay.
February 8th, 2019.
Okay.
And-
I'm going to talk to you about that probably off camera, but I just want to know
Okay.
what made you start it. And
Okay.
I'm curious about all of that. Go ahead.
And because I was making a video about camping, how we choose our camp spots
Yeah.
and everything, because
Yeah.
she and I have been campers all our life,
Yeah.
and we just finally started doing it on motorcycles.
Gotcha.
And a guy saw me with I had the old GoPro. And he was asking what I said, it's a GoPro, I'm doing a video on camping, and I said, I ride motorcycles and everything.
Yeah.
He kept saying, well, what do you ride? And I said, Goldwing. He telling me this is not the best motorcycle. He said BMW is. I said,
Yeah.
well, what you ride? I don't ride. And that's how the conversation got going
Yeah.
about the best touring motorcycle. And the video wound up being, the best touring motorcycle is what you make of it.
That's right.
So, to answer your question, I started off with the backrest, because I know we was going to ride a long
Oh, yeah.
distance.
Nice
So
and
I wound up
high,
putting
too.
the backrest on it. Got it brand new, obviously not new
I've
anymore.
never seen something like this.
And actually, I don't have this on it, but you can actually take it off and move it.
Okay, and
we
it's
do,
adjustable.
We do a lot of parking lot practice with people. I take this off because
Yeah.
I don't want people leaning back.
Exactly.
And then obviously got these, and they
Yes.
old now, see they kind of stiffed. Actually broke one of them on the opposite side and wound up getting
Okay.
a black one that she was supposed to get. She didn't want me to give me her, so she gave me the black one. That, and then obviously when we start taking a long distance ride, your tush start hurting.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I got an
yeah.
air hawk as she's in the room.
Okay.
An air hawk too, that you blow it up and then
Yes.
lets the air out that you see fit. So that helps on long distance.
Yes,
And what I
yes.
consider long distance, not necessarily cross country, is the amount of miles that you ride
Yeah.
in a day.
Exactly.
So if I go more than 200-300 miles, it starts hurting, regardless to whether I'm at home
Yeah.
or riding across country.
Absolutely.
That's why I got that.
Absolutely.
Outside of that, because Honda did not come with LED lights, so we got the LED headlights,
Good.
LED tail lights.
Good.
She got the blinking tail lights, and obviously she got all the stuff on her.
Yeah,
bike.
now I don't understand how you can look at Cake's motorcycle and see those lights. Well, you must not be in the lights, because there's no way I can look at that and not get it.
Here's the deal. When I got the bike, we ride with a lot of Goldwing people. We actually the directors of the chapter in our area.
Excuse me, you got your keys to it?
Yes. And we the directors, and a lot of the guys have a lot of lights on their bike, and then obviously they replace all these stuff with the plastic chrome.
Yeah.
And
Honey, can you get
I
that,
was into
please?
the chrome,
Her lights?
but I said chrome have nothing to do with performance.
Yeah.
So I said before I do any chrome, I'm gonna do lights on my bike, and I never got around to it. When she got the Goldwing, let's be real. I was gonna get that first.
You were going to get that motorcycle for you?
No, not this particular one, but a F6B because I wanted to get rid of the trunk.
Gotcha.
And she loved it so much. When we went looking at them, they came out in 2013, and she said, because we used to call her Lil Tank,
Yeah.
because she had the little small.
Yeah, that's 750.
And she wound up getting that. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna keep my big bike. I don't want no F6B. And she called it JetBlue. But I haven't done anything outside of that. And the chrome piece came on it
Yeah.
this year before we left.
What is this,
One
a cup
guy-
holder right in the middle?
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect.
One guy had a gold wing and he had this, and she didn't want any chrome on her bike.
Yeah.
She wanted it blacked out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we switched. That used to be mine. We switched, and that's the only
okay.
thing. And if it wasn't for performance, I didn't want it on. If it wasn't safety, I didn't want it on it.
Yeah.
So I said, the first thing I'm gonna get on it is lights.
Yeah.
For safety reasons. And obviously she got the lights first when we went to one of the wing dings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say, okay, do what you want to do with your bike. When you finish, I'll do it. She said, well, I'm finished. I'm done with this. And I just never got around to putting it.
It happens.
I have the exact rear, but I don't have the flasher that she have. Because another guy who turned his bike into a trike, he didn't need it anymore.
Gotcha.
So he gave it to me this year, right? And I just never got around to putting it on.
All right.
And
I
then-
got one more question for Cake. Please give it a mic.
Microphone check.
And then we're going to get out of this humidity and feed you guys. Cake, how long you been riding this motorcycle? A motorcycle. I think I vaguely remember when you got that 750, at first you were hesitant to ride it home, and then you rode it home
Well, I was,
halfway or something like that?
no, what I did was they wanted me, him and the dealer, wanted me to just ride around in the parking
Yeah.
lot. Well, I decided not to do that and got on the freeway.
Yes, I remember that.
And
Okay.
that was my first time on the freeway riding on a motorcycle by myself.
How long ago was that?
That was in 2015. I started
Okay.
riding in 2015.
Okay.
That was my 50th birthday present.
Gotcha. And when did you start? You didn't start trying to do 18-foot U-turns back then. When did that start?
On the 750, I was.
Okay.
I
In
was
2015?
trying. In 2015,
Okay,
yes.
good.
I was trying because
Under his
once I
tutelage?
left under his, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Because we're always in the parking lot.
Good.
Yes, if I was gonna learn, if I want to ride, I have to learn how to do the U-turn.
Absolutely. So important, guys.
So I did that.
All right, listen, we're going to feed them, and we'll talk to you guys later, maybe,
Yeah.
but we're just going to hang out, let them relax. I know they don't want to look at the camera all night. All right, guys.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This is tight. Oh, my God.
That's why I say she got the seat, not before her comfort, so I can't ride.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
can't.
Put you to world, baby.
Look how sexy you are.
Look at that sexy look. Go ahead, girl.
All right, guys, so we went to my house, we ate. Cake's a vegetarian, so seafood, and we broke bread. We blessed the food, we blessed the table. We had fun, we had camaraderie. We talked about life, we talked about YouTube, of course. And like I told these guys, it was a pleasure meeting them, and watching their videos now are definitely gonna have more meaning than it had before, because these people were in my home, right? And they're always welcome, and I want them to know that. But what I forgot to do, can't believe I forgot it. Unfortunately, we couldn't get on the cone course. That's something we were planning on doing, but just didn't work out. But the important thing is that we got to meet each other. But what I forgot to ask this guy and this young lady, you know what the question is. Let's go do it. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them.
Slow riding. This is the man to check out. I know I'm a good rider. Jake's a good rider, but I want to be a better rider, so I'm always watching videos. And I actually have to take the opportunity to meet him today. And his beautiful wife, Rita. She's back at the house and I'm getting some rest and spend some time with her. Great time.
Great conversation. We went to dinner, and look, we even had some lunch for the
Leftovers. And this is what I like the most about YouTube. He has his camera on. Check this out.
This reminds me of the trip to Tennessee. It was 4 of us doing this.
Right, everybody had the camera.
Yeah.
Camera.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna sign off right now. Because it's probably after midnight right now.
Oh yeah. 0038 hours.
0038 hours. It's after midnight, so we're gonna check in. We got a ride tomorrow, not a long ride, but we got a ride tomorrow. But just had a blast, and I want to thank you, brother, for coming out and spending some time with us.
Absolutely. My pleasure. My pleasure.
That's it.
Absolutely my pleasure.
Got to get that.
That was a good one. And I'm Kate.
All right, you guys, if you guys don't watch Boots and Jeans, you're gonna understand the peace at the end.
Right.
That's how they end every video. And I love that. I love when somebody has something about their video that's exclusive, and they do it every time. All right, so we're gonna ask this question. You know what the question is. The preloaders know, and these guys are preloaders. So first we're gonna ask, I'm sorry, please give the microphone to Cake. Ladies first.
Me?
Ooh,
Yes.
Ladies first. Ooh, Queen Latifah. I like all the New York people, man.
How could you not love these guys? All right,
What
Kate,
you have that?
where you from?
New Orleans, California. No, California.
How long you been riding a motorcycle?
7 years, almost 8 years.
Okay, and we already discussed what you're riding now.
Yes.
And we've already discussed what you had prior to this.
Yes.
So the next question is, how do you rate your slow speed skills 1 to 10, 10 being the best, in slow speed motorcycle operation?
10.
Excellent. Excellent. And if you guys doubt that 10, like I said, go to Boots and Jeans and watch the videos.
Yes.
All right?
Slow speed riding, that is my thing.
Slow speed
now.
riding.
Yes.
All right.
10.
Love it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at 10. I'm at 10.
All right, let's go over to Rich.
You're Rich.
Rich, where are you from?
Okay. I'm just going to say what Kate wanted to say. We both born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Gotcha.
We actually from now living in California, so we Californians.
Gotcha.
That's what we are.
Okay, and how long you been riding a motorcycle?
Consistently, well, actually, I started in '84.
Okay.
Then had a long break, started riding again when I was in the Navy. Had a long break, had some professional training,
Yeah.
didn't become a motor officer.
Yeah.
And then I started back riding when we actually got, well, owning the bike, when we actually got these.
Gotcha.
Well, not this one, the 1500.
Okay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed
Well, she
skills?
took my best, so I would say 7.
7. Okay. Very good. Cake, you sticking with that 10?
I'm sticking with that 10.
Okay. So Cake's a 10.
Stop it and sit up for 2 seconds.
2 seconds is good. That's very good.
Not with the kickstand, baby. We ain't talking about the kickstand.
All right, listen, both of yous. That's New York talk. I already said it to the preloaders, but I want to say it to you, so it'll be on the video twice, and I don't care. A pleasure meeting both of you. And watching your
pleasure
videos
all
now
ours,
is going to mean way more than it meant to me before, because we broke bread. You guys were in my home, and you're welcome anytime. All right, anytime. And if I'm ever well, I don't know where y'all going to be.
California,
Yeah.
Northern California,
You know
Bay
what to
Area,
do.
You know what to do.
Look us
up.
up.
Right now we're in Georgia,
Full of Georgia, man.
Robert Simmons paying
It's
the
absolutely been our pleasure. This is one thing when we actually spoke on the phone, and regardless, I said we definitely got to get the Pool of Georgia.
Yes.
We thought we wasn't going to make it tonight because of the storm, electric
Yeah.
storm. When we talk, I say it was a lightning storm, but
Yeah.
man, it's been a pleasure. Well, when you open your home to us, that means the world to us. I mean,
Thank you. I
definitely
appreciate it,
mean the
man. Listen, God is good
world.
all the time.
riders.
I'm Rich.
And I'm Kate.
And remember, if you're out riding, remember, ride long, ride hard, ride strong, but most importantly,
Ride safe.
from Boots and Jeans Riders, I'm Rich,
And I'm Kate.
and we out. Peace.
All right, guys, so that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, guys, like, subscribe, share the videos. Definitely subscribe. A lot of YouTubers I'm noticing are talking to their subscribers or people watching their channels and saying that they're checking their analytics, and it's always the same. The percentage of people that are actually that are watching the videos that are actually subscribed are always extremely low, 20, 30%, which means there's a large amount of people that watch our videos, but they're not hitting the subscribe button. So guys, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It definitely helps out the channel, all right? And if you want to be notified of future videos that I make, check that notification bell, hit it, switch it to all so you get all the notifications for everything, okay? All right, guys, that's going to do it. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Spend more time being thankful for the things that you have and less time complaining about the things that you don't. I'd like to give a special shout out to my brothers and sisters in blue. Please be careful out there and know that you're appreciated. Special shout out to the NYPD Highway Patrol Motorcycle Unit, particularly Highway 1, because that's where I worked, and the Highway District School, because that's who taught me how to ride these motorcycles the way I ride them. But as I always say, guys, the training doesn't end there. I can assure you the way I ride today, the skill that I have now is not the skill I had the day I graduated, not even a year after the time I graduated. It's a perishable skill. You have to keep practicing. And please, guys, understand that when I say you have to keep practicing, the majority of us are not practicing to be in a police rodeo. So I don't mean out there every day practicing for hours a day. That's not realistic. But just keep in mind that whenever you take your motorcycle out, you're practicing, but you have to have the mental state that you're practicing. So before you leave from wherever you're starting, bust a couple of U-turns, do some figure eights. All of that stuff counts, guys. It counts towards building up your confidence. It counts towards practice. Practice can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But if you do that consistently, if you're one of these people that ride your motorcycle every day, and every day you do 15 minutes worth of practice, trust me, that makes a difference. All right, guys. Practice, 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 practice. Preload and keep it loaded. And practice, 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 practice. Because practice breeds confidence. And a confident rider is not only a safer rider, but a rider that's going to enjoy riding their motorcycle that much more. Riding fast is fun. I want you guys to have just as much fun riding slow. Until next time, guys.